In the heart of the Shadow Creek Mountains, where the air is thin and the winds carry whispers of forgotten souls, there existed a village untouched by time. Only the bravest dared to venture into the surrounding hollow woods, known for their dense trees and the strange, unsettling quiet that lay within them. Locals spoke in hushed tones of a curse, a dark force that haunted the area, a demon that feasted on those who sought to uncover its secrets. Sophie, a young woman who had recently graduated as an archaeologist, was drawn to this place. She had spent her whole life hearing about it in stories that kept her up at night, but also sparked her curiosity. She believed in the supernatural, but never thought she'd be part of it. Sophie arrived at the village with her fiancé, Ben, a man of logic and science, who didn't believe in anything beyond the tangible world. Despite Ben's skepticism, Sophie's fascination with the ancient artifacts hidden deep within the hollow woods led them to venture into the forest one cold afternoon. They were determined to uncover the mystery of the demon that the elders spoke of, but neither of them could have anticipated what awaited them. As they trekked deeper into the forest, the trees grew thicker and the air grew heavier. The sun dimmed under the thick canopy, and the forest took on a more unnatural feel. Ben, who had been grumbling about the expedition, suddenly stopped. His face went pale as he stared ahead. Sophie turned to look, and what she saw sent a chill down her spine. There, standing in front of them, was an old stone altar, completely overgrown with vines. A faint glow pulsed from the cracks in the stone, as if something was alive within it. On the altar was a single black feather, long and unnaturally straight. Sophie stepped closer, reaching for it, when a low growl echoed from the trees around them. Ben grabbed her arm. "Sophie, something's wrong. We need to leave." But before they could turn, a shadowy figure appeared in front of them. A man, tall and impossibly thin, wearing tattered robes and a mask that seemed to be made from the very shadows of the forest. His eyes, glowing with a red fiery light, pierced through their souls. "I see you seek what is hidden," the man's voice echoed, chilling the air around them. "The price of your curiosity is steep." Sophie tried to back away, but Ben pushed her behind him. "Who are you?" he demanded, his voice shaky. "I am the keeper of the hollow," the figure responded. "You cannot leave unless you claim what you came for." Before they could respond, the figure vanished, leaving behind only the echo of his voice. Ben and Sophie were left standing in the eerie silence, fear creeping into their hearts. Later that night, while trying to make their way back to the village, they were separated. Sophie wandered off the path, drawn by an overwhelming compulsion to go deeper into the woods. It was as though something was pulling her, something dark and powerful. She heard whispers in the wind, urging her to follow. When Ben finally found her, she was standing in front of an ancient shrine in the center of the forest, her eyes wide and unblinking. The air around her was thick with dark energy, and her body trembled as if something was taking over her mind. "Sophie, what are you doing?" Ben shouted. Sophie turned to him, her face suddenly distorted, as if the very essence of her soul had been altered. "I can feel it. It's inside me. It's calling me." Ben tried to pull her away, but something held her back, an invisible force tightening around her chest. "Sophie, listen to me. This isn't you." But it was too late. Sophie's body began to change, her skin becoming pale, her eyes glowing with a faint, eerie light. She let out a chilling laugh, one that didn't belong to her. "I am the vessel. The demon has found its way." As the days passed, Sophie's transformation worsened. The demon inside her grew stronger, feeding off her fear and the fear of those around her. Ben, heartbroken and desperate, sought the help of a local shaman who had once been a keeper of the forest's secrets. The shaman warned Ben that the demon inside Sophie was not just a spirit, it was a powerful entity, born from an ancient curse placed upon the forest centuries ago. To save her, they would have to destroy the altar and break the curse, but doing so would come with a cost. Ben was torn. He loved Sophie deeply and would do anything to save her, but the cost of destroying the demon would mean sacrificing everything. In the final confrontation, Ben and Sophie faced the demon in the heart of the forest. The air was thick with tension, and the demonic energy surged around them. The battle between Ben's love for Sophie and the demon's powerful hold over her intensified. With the help of the shaman, Ben was able to burn the altar, breaking the curse and banishing the demon. But as the forest began to fall silent, Sophie collapsed into Ben's arms, her body free from the demon's influence. Though Sophie was saved, the battle had left its scars. The forest, once dark and oppressive, slowly began to heal. The demon was gone, but it left behind a trail of destruction. Ben and Sophie returned to their village, but the love that had once been pure was now haunted by the darkness they had faced. Sophie was no longer the woman she had been, and neither was Ben. They had fought against forces beyond their comprehension, and they would never be the same again. But in the end, their love had overcome the greatest of evils. The Hollow Woods, though still mysterious, had been freed from the demon's grip, and Sophie, once possessed, was now free to live a new life, with Ben by her side. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and share our channel to support us, so we can continue making more chilling stories for you. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your shadow tales.